Well, for me, growing up in the States, uh, coming out of high school from San Francisco, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I ended up playing junior college ball for 2 years.
Yep.
South of San Francisco. First year I went there, I was the fourth second baseman showing up. A couple of sophomores, I was a freshman. By the end of the year, did well enough to be the starting second baseman. Second year I did real well. There ended up getting drafted by the Dodgers, 10th round. But I really felt that for me, I wanted to try to prove myself at the next level. And I wanted to go to four-year school. So I'm going to University of Nebraska,
Yep.
Played there 1 year, signed in the 20th round with the Yankees, and showed up playing. My first year I played short season A-ball in the New York Penn League. Did well. Next year advanced to the Florida State League. Next year I played, which was, we considered it middle A-ball. There was 3 A's at the time.
Yeah.
I consider that middle A-ball. The third year I went to Carolina League, Prince William, which was high A. After that I came out here to Australia and played, which really helped me. At the time I really didn't want to come to play. I was young and felt that I'd be better off working out at home. I'm glad I did, because I think the biggest thing for me was getting the baseball experience playing games. You can't, or I can't stress enough how important it is actually being game situations as opposed to just training at home in the off season. So that was big for me. So I came out here, did well, then I went back to the States, played AA baseball, went to Venezuela and played terrible in Venezuela. I went down there, that was another level. Or a different type of baseball for me. I wasn't used to probably the intensity of that type of baseball, and I really struggled. At the end of, when I came back from Venezuela, I got traded to the Phillies, and showed up to the Phillies, did big league camp, played AAA ball, and by the end of that year, I was going to have the opportunity to go to the big leagues with a strike. So then I came back the next year. Yeah. So now I'm in my 6th year of pro ball, and finally that year in '96 I got a chance to, or '95 I should say, I got called up to the Phillies and stayed up there for 7 years.
Good stuff. Do you remember your first day in the big leagues?
Yeah, I drove down from Scranton with my girlfriend Nina, who's my wife, and I just remember probably being more concerned with where I was going to be staying at, what the city of Philadelphia was like, everything but baseball. I was probably more concerned about everything but baseball. And I showed up to the parking lot, and probably the hardest part is when you show up, everyone's doing something, and they know where they're supposed to go and what they're doing. You just feel like you're lost and no one's really helping you, and then they say, oh, grab this and get that, and there's your locker, and BP's at this time, oh, they're already hitting. So just go get your stuff, say hi to the manager, blah, 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 and then go sit down. So the first day was pretty much just overwhelming, where you're sitting there, part of you is just in awe that you're in the big leagues, so you're spending half the time just staring around at the guys on the bench, the game on the field, and people in the stands. And probably one of the hardest things about it is, as much as you want to play, you don't want to play because you want to kind of take it all in. So for me, I actually did get to play my first, I pinch hit, I believe in the 7th or 8th inning, and didn't get a hit, but I lined out to center, and he trapped it. He trapped the ball. I saw the videotape. He had actually trapped it, but
Sounds like a contentious issue.
the umpire said, Joe West said he caught it. Actually, Kurt Schilling, who was upstairs in the locker room, ran down after. I didn't care. I was just so happy that I put the ball in play. Exactly. So it was, I guess more than anything else, I was probably happy when the day was over, because then I felt like at least my next day I'd have a little normalcy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What would you say your most memorable experience playing in the big leagues?
God, probably, I'd have to say, well, everyone talks about their first hit and everything, which was great. It took me about 9 at-bats
Yeah.
before I finally got it. But for me, it's probably two things. My first big league home run I hit against the Giants, San Francisco, where I grew up.
Yeah.
So it was on TV. So as soon as I hit it, and it was a pinch hit home run, and I hit it and I thought I was out, and it was when I was running on the bases. It was pretty cool because in that 22 seconds or whatever it was, I was thinking that, man, my parents are watching me, and my friends are watching me, and people I've known for years are watching me, and I'm in the big leagues, and I hit it against San Francisco, so I know the game's on back in San Francisco. So that was probably my first thing, and my second was the first time I went back to San Francisco. I played at Candlestick Park, and I grew up maybe 20-minute walk, 25-minute walk from Candlestick Park. So I grew up watching the Giants, and my dad took us there as children constantly. I saw a ton of games there. And my first game back at a home run in front of everybody. So, I couldn't have had, I guess, a better experience going back home. It's hard enough when you come back because everyone's excited and they're just happy to see you. But obviously, as a player, you want to perform well and
Sure.
and show that that you are supposed to be in the big leagues. All these things go through your head. And for me, it just worked out a homer in my second at bat to my first game, so that was pretty cool.